Indo-American Community Federation is 25 years old today. Our community felt the need to create this organization in the year 1994 to build bridges with mainstream organizations, think tanks, and public officials. The first unity dinner was held in the year 2002 following 9/11 as a way to promote unity in diversity and help the Indian American community address issues in the larger society. The mission was to assimilate by becoming part and parcel of the larger community and focus on alleviating issues like homelessness, hate crime, gun violence, and other concerns by working in coalition and partnership with other organizations representing the diverse communities. Consequently, we were the first Indo-American organization to make outreach to diverse community organizations by encouraging and promoting unity amongst different ethnicities. IACF was the first Indo-American organization to participate and celebrate America's independence on July 4th, to serve on California's Attorney General's Commission on Hate Crimes, work with Tri-City Homeless Coalition, which is now called ABORD, with local schools and the Ohlone College Foundation. And the group also worked with the California Chamber of Commerce and citizen groups to involve the Chinese, Hispanic, Afghan, and other ethnicities and come together with the Indo-American community so that we could support each other and be a part of the larger mainstream community. We assisted in the study of gang problems amongst Indo-Americans to help Gang Task Force of Alameda County. We were also invited to participate in a major effort by the City of Fremont Census 2000 Complete Count Committee, and thereafter our organization assisted its members seeking appointments on local and state commissions, voluntary committees, and nonprofit boards, thus providing an opportunity to serve. It's a testament to the strength of our community and public officials that our event has become very popular, and we do this annually, even the state assembly or senate floor, where the concept of one people is very clearly demonstrated. On the international front, we held very high-profile seminars, which were in the years 1992, 2003, 2004, 2006, and 2007 to strengthen Indo-US relations and also understand that it's not always about the much publicized human rights issues, but it's also about the ugly growth of terrorism across the borders in India, which has plagued the country for decades. We had several congressional briefings to strengthen Indo-US relations and also recognize the sufferings of 350,000 people belonging to Kashmir who were forced by terrorists from across the border to flee for their lives, resulting in massive loss of peace-loving Hindus, Muslims, and members of other faiths. These briefings were held in the years 2003, 2009, and the most recent one was 2015. We, along with other organizations I'm founding member of, like Indo-American Kashmir Forum, Kashmir Overseas Association, NFIA, GOPIO, Indian American Friendship Council, and others, engaged since early 90s in meeting the senior government of India officials visiting the US to discuss issues affecting Indo-US relations. We led 2 delegations to India in 1993 and 1994 to meet government officials and visit the Kashmiri victims of terrorism in the migrant camps. Our organization has held town hall type meetings and community receptions for public officials in California, including ambassador and consul generals from India and national level senators and members of Congress. Talking about early 90s, I recall very fondly our series of meetings with our honorable Congresswoman Anna Eshoo. It was that time in the history when there was very little understanding about how terrorism was becoming the new world order and how India was hurting as a result. Today, unfortunately, we see that the whole world is suffering, and so much has to be done to promote understanding and harmony across the globe. We need members of Congress like Congresswoman Eshoo to continue their good work in the US Congress and make this country great again. The Indian-American community must do a bigger part to keep schools and other venues safe from gun violence, hate crimes, and other senseless acts. It's so unfortunate that hate crime is on the rise again, and it's against minority communities, so much of an anti-immigrant fervor and xenophobia. The recent acts of violence have sent shock waves of fear throughout the entire world, be it killings of our soldiers, safety officers, and other innocent civilians. We cannot allow senseless violence and hate crimes to continue. We'll need to play a bigger role in maintaining a vigil for peace and non-violence in our schools, neighborhoods, and communities. With 2 members of Congress present at this event, I wish to bring up another issue which is very important to me personally and which has a potential to save lives. It's about the dangerous over-the-counter supplements. Dietary supplements and weight loss aids are not subject to the same rigorous standards as are prescription drugs or medication sold over the counter. Thus, they can be marketed with limited proof of effectiveness or safety. Vendors can make health claims about products based on their own review and interpretation of studies without FDA authorization. However, the FDA can pull a product off the market if it is proved to be dangerous, which often occurs after many people are affected. For the consumer, there are assortments of supplements to choose from, many claiming to be natural, herbal remedies. But it's hard to know what the customer is getting, even if the ingredients listed match what's in the bottle. Many weight loss pills contain a cocktail of ingredients, some with more than 20 herbs, vitamins, minerals, or other add-ons like caffeine or laxatives. How these ingredients interact individually and collectively with the body is largely unknown. Using them can be a risky venture, especially if one is taking other medication. I question why the US government, that is the FDA, is not regulating these products. After suffering a personal loss almost about a decade ago, I wrote a book highlighting the dangerous supplements and also produced a movie, The Last Smile, which you can find on Amazon Prime and other online platforms. It gives a backdrop of reform needed by the healthcare industry against the increasing popularity of alternative health practices. There are some copies of the book which you can order it from Amazon, and the movie can also be ordered from Amazon. It's on other platforms, like I said earlier, it's on Amazon Prime, and there are some DVDs and Blu-rays available as well, which can be purchased. I'm concluding this speech by not forgetting to thank you all for supporting our initiatives year after year. We're grateful to our sponsors, people like Deepak Ganju here, who is a grant sponsor, and he has been a grant sponsor for years. We're grateful to our MCs, Dr. Besh, and this year we have this wonderful Vice Mayor of Fremont, Dr. Raj Salwan. And these are people who have been supporting, and our board of directors, of course, who are selflessly supporting the organization unconditionally for a quarter of a century. And again, I wish to thank Anjali, Shaykher, Zutshi for initiating this panel discussion, and all the other esteemed panelists for discussing a very important topic related to women history and Me Too movement. How timely, especially during this Women History Month. Thank you all.